Okay, let's talk brushes. If you have been on the site and checked everything out so far, you've probably seen that we have a huge gamut of brushes and tools to use. They are phenomenal. Not only do you kind of get like a 2-for-1 deal because there's double-end brushes, each one of them is double-ended, but they're formulated to work with our cream makeup. So they really are the best tools for the job, and they're worth every penny. They're an investment, so you want to take care of them, but let me tell you, friends, trying to do my makeup with my fingers, it just doesn't work the same. It works, but our tools are amazing. So let's talk about the different jobs that they do and kind of my favorite go-tos. So the first one that you'll want to invest in is some kind of a hack brush. So something that can do the highlighting and contouring. Our three faves, or three kind of main highlight and contour brushes here, are our buff brush, which is my favorite. I do love a little bit more fuller coverage, so that is kind of what it's meant for. There's very dense bristles in here, still very soft, but there's a lot of density to it. So it really does kind of keep everything where you put it and lets you put a little bit more on, give you more of that airbrushed look. So the buff brush is really great for that. The detail hack is also a favorite. You can use this softer end here, the smaller end, to do your highlighting. This oblong end can be for your contouring, help you get your contour in a little bit more specific places. This is more of a medium coverage brush. A lot of people really love this one. 3D brush. This is also another, it used to be called our 30-second hack brush. It's meant to help you kind of get your makeup done quick and easy. This end here is intended for highlighting. I used to actually do my contouring with this one because I find the pointed end is a little bit easier also to get it in more of kind of a specific straighter line. But you can also make this other end work for contouring and use this for your highlighting under your eyes and everything else. So these are really three kind of solid brushes that are intended for highlighting and contouring. The buff is my favorite. That's just my 2 cents. We also have one called our blend brush, and a lot of people like this as well if you really like a light coverage. It's really fluffy and very small end on this side. So you can do your whole face with this brush. You can do your highlighting, you can actually do your eyeshadows, contouring as well. This one's a little bit more firm compared to this one, so you may want to use this for your contouring, specific places like your nose where it's a little bit thinner, easier to do as well. So kind of 4 brushes that can be used for main things. You can also do your blush and bronzer and everything. The blend brush you can do almost everything with. So if I were to recommend 2 brushes, I would say one of our hack brushes, our highlight and contour brushes, the buff brush or the detail hack, or the 3D brush also. And then I would highly recommend our blush and bronzer brush. This is great to help you out with blending. I also can use this with light or loose powders. If you have a loose powder to set, it's really great for doing that. Great for blending out your bronzer. This end as well for doing your blush. You can also highlight and contour with this if you would like. Definitely a solid, I mean these two, the highlight and contour brush and the blush and bronzer brush, I use them every single day. Solid purchases. I do not regret them one little bit. Another brush that we also have in our gamut, and it's great, this apparently was one of our first brushes that we had, is our powder brush. So this end here is a little bit more dense and a little bit more firm as well, but also a great shape for doing highlighting and contouring if you want. You can use it to apply your powder. This end is a little bit fluffier. You could even do that one for blending out your colors and such. So I use this one quite a bit as well. I also used to use it to apply my Stay Spray. I didn't always like having a spray directly on my face because I found using a brush helped to get it spread out a little bit more evenly. So that's another option for you as well. It's our powder brush. We have the line brush, which you would have seen me use in the eyebrow tutorial. It's also great for doing eyeliner because it's very fine and the bristles are firm, so you can really get it in specific places. If you wanted to do lip lining as well, you can use your contour underneath your lip to kind of help plump it out. Yeah, another just staple brush in my everyday routine. Spoolie end there as well to help you blend things out. Some people even like to make our vanilla dust setting powder more of a loose powder and just use the spoolie end in there to kind of grind it up a little bit so it goes on a little better if you don't have the perfector sponge to put it on. So that's another great reason, or not another job that brush can do. Now we have our multitasker brush, which I talked a little bit about. I actually applied my eyeshadow with this end. It's also really great for putting on your lip color. It's again a little bit more dense and it's thin pointed, so you can get more specific spots done. This end here is also really great for kind of even doing eyelining or the inner corners of your eye. Again, if you want to do lip liner, this is a little bit more dense on this end too. Really specific lines if you're doing thin contours. Another fantastic brush. I really just can't say enough good things about all of our tools. We have our smudge brush, which is another eyeshadow brush. A little bit wider, denser brush. So we have a finer end here and a wider end. Again, I use this for a lot of different techniques with eyeshadow, getting things in specific corners. Solid brush. And then my other favorite eyeshadow brush, our eyeshadow brush. So another fine tipped, more dense end here. Great for getting specific places. And then the fluffy end here is really great for blending things out. And then other tools that we have besides our brushes, you saw my perfector sponge for setting our makeup. You can use it a little bit damp and blend out your makeup as well. It's like a beauty blender sponge. Great tool to have. And this is not your like $2 Walmart. It's super soft, really easy to clean, really absorbent. It's like putting just suede on your face. It's so lovely. So we have those tools, and then we also, I talked about the setting spray. We have a brush cleaner, and it's so important to take care of your tools, especially if you're going to invest in some of these brushes. You want them to last, right? So not cleaning your brushes gets bacteria built up. It also interferes with how well your makeup sits on your face because you have extra oils from probably the last time you applied your makeup, and it just doesn't always sit properly. So what I love about our brush cleaner is that it dries almost immediately. It smells like cotton candy. It's super easy to use. Give a couple of sprays, just wipe it on a towel, and your brushes are clean. It also conditions the fibers in your brush, so it helps keep them soft and working effectively. So that is one of my other favorite tools. When people ask me, what's your favorite product from Saint? I often say the brush cleaner. I really, really like it, you guys. So I can't say enough good things about our tools, and it really just helps to kind of pull the whole look together. So not gonna go wrong making an investment with one of our Saint tools.